Hi there, it's Dr. Lisa and Dr. Britt.
Hello guys.
And we're from Errol Street Chiropractic. Now, if you've got neck pain and stiffness and shoulder tension, then you might want to stick around because we've got the number one posture that you don't want to be doing.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Britta, shall we share the number one posture?
Yes, let's. So, the number one posture that causes that neck stiffness, that shoulder tension, is this forward head posture. So if you're someone that gets quite regular headaches, or you could even get migraines, you just constantly feel achy and tight, or you get massages and those muscles just never release, then you very well could be sitting in a regular forward head posture.
She's so excited.
I lost my words then. So this could be something that your body is doing all the time. So
what is it?
What is forward head posture? So when we look at optimal posture, so Lisa's got her green posture dots on. When we look at optimal posture, we look at it front on and side on. So front on, we should just see level hips, level shoulders, no tilting or twisting. We should be nice and straight on, okay? And then when we look at our side posture, we should have our feet in front of our knees in front of our hips, hips in front of our shoulders, and then shoulders should be in front of our ears, okay? So what we should see is that if we've got quite bad forward head posture, then that green dot is going to be all the way over in front of that nice green shoulder dot, okay? And this is a really, really big one for people who just always feel really uncomfortable. They're just always tight, they're feeling really headachy, and if they're spending a lot of time in that posture, then we actually find that it's just that default posture that our body naturally goes into as well.
Yeah,
okay?
we see this all the time, and we actually get a lot of people coming in to our office every single week.
Yeah.
And even people that have seen other practitioners, that their neck is just still really giving them issues, and their shoulders, and it is because it can be missed. It is often missed.
And it's what we're doing day to day.
That forward head.
Yeah. So what causes your forward head posture? So as I said, it's what you're doing day to day. It's your posture. So the big one we see is just how often we're using technology in our lives. It just encompasses every single activity we do most of the time. So that posture when we're looking down, sitting on our phones, if we're working from a desk and we're using our laptop, and that's a really big one for everyone at the moment. If you are working from home and predominantly your work is from a desk, are you using a laptop or do you have a monitor? So highly suggest that you actually use a monitor, because that laptop doesn't encourage a nice neutral head posture. So forward head posture, any posture that takes you out of that nice neutral head posture as well.
Students as well.
Yeah, studying,
working,
sitting
watching.
watching TV on the couch, but also sitting on your laptop on the couch. That is automatically your head goes into that forward head posture. And our head is a heavy structure. So for the average person, our head weighs about 4.5 to 5.5 kilos. So that's really heavy. And what we see is that with every change in degrees of our head out of that neutral posture, it starts to increase the load. So if we see your head go 15 degrees out of the neutral posture, then our head goes from 4.5 to 12 kilos, and that's a lot. And then as we keep building those degrees up, so if we go to 30 degrees, our head starts to then weigh 18 kilos on our neck. If we go to 45, it goes up to 22. If we go to 60, our head gets to about 27 kilos. And then as you get to about 90 degrees, then that force actually can't be measured, because the weight of your head just becomes way too much for your neck as well. So, that really shows you there how important it is to try and keep that nice neutral posture, because you're just going to be putting so much stress and strain on your neck and shoulders.
Yes, definitely. Just think about it, and well, look around, firstly. Yeah. Look around you, and how many people are walking around with their ear right over their shoulder, how many people are standing with good neutral posture. It's actually, I actually nearly clap and applaud someone that does, because you really, really see it. But just think about it, when that head is sitting forward for prolonged periods of time, all these muscles need to do what? They're really tight, because they're trying to get your head back, or at least keep it in that position, and they're going to get fatigued and stressed, and then your joints are going to get stiff because those muscles are getting fatigued as well. So it becomes a bit of a vicious cycle. So
it makes it harder to actually then try and move your head into that neutral posture, because your muscles are so tight that they just actually don't let you. And that's why we see a lot of people that are like, oh, it's just really comfortable for my body to sit in that posture.
Yeah, exactly.
Well.
It becomes actually uncomfortable to straighten up. So that's a clue. So if you can't even get your head, your ear over your shoulder, then you've probably got some issues going on under there. So so we've now figured that what we know that forward head carriage is when that ear isn't sitting over the shoulder. You can check yourself, you can check people in your family. You know why it might be occurring because of lifestyle factors and sitting and iPhones and iPads and studying and things like that. So and it's hard to avoid all of those things, but what measures can you put into place so your forward head posture doesn't become permanent? What can you do to help yourself? So what's one of the first things you can do?
Just trying to break that cycle and really focus on your posture. So try and set yourself a daily goal just to set yourself upright, or just really catch yourself if you notice that you're sitting in a posture or standing in a posture that is not holding your head in a neutral spine. So just really trying to be quite mindful of your posture, having your technology up at eye level. So as much as our teenagers hate this, and I always pick them up in the practice, put that phone at eye level. We don't want to see you like this, okay? Making sure you've got a good setup if you are predominantly working or studying from a desk. So making sure that it's set up so that your computer is at eye level, you're nice and stable seated on your chair, your feet are planted on the ground. So if you're not sure whether your desk setup is optimal for your body, or if you think it's ergonomically set up but you're not sure, we're always here to help you guys with that as well. We do that for a lot of our patients in the practice. Making sure you're exercising, you're working on keeping that mobility through your spine, but you're also stretching those tight muscles and working on strengthening some of those weaker muscles, which usually are the ones, those extensor posture muscles on your back. When we are really tight through the front of our chest, it really weakens our back muscles as well. And long term, this forward head posture can lead to, early wear and tear through our spine. So that increased load of our head on our neck can create some wearing in our joints. And it can create just this chronic pain cycle as well, where we're just constantly headachy and tight and sore, and it actually then stops us from wanting to exercise and move our body as well. And a great study has shown that when we are in that forward head posture, it actually interrupts the flow of your nervous system and its connection to our brain as well. So it actually affects the function of our autonomic nervous system, which encases our parasympathetic, which is our rest and our digest, and our sympathetic, which is our fight or our flight, our ready to go in the when we are quite stressed. So it stops that nice even balance of that nervous system, and it stops the brain and the body from being able to communicate as well as it should.
So that's a really interesting CBP, the chirobiophysics bit of research, and we'll pop it in the comments or in the blog. So when your head's forward, it actually sets off that fight or flight response in a negative way. So it sets off your nervous system in a negative way, which is in a very stressful way. So it's very hard for your body, if you're in that posture, to be healing and resting and digesting properly. So it actually has a negative impact in your overall health. So this is quite a very interesting study that they have done. So not only does it not look good, it doesn't feel good, it's actually not good for you, full stop. This posture is really, really bad. And think about our ancestors as well. I mean, they were out moving around on the fields, hunting, gathering, whatever they were doing. They were not
They didn't have mobile phones to sit there and smartphones.
They weren't with their head in that posture. So a neutral posture is the less stressful posture for you, for your joints, your muscles, your nervous system. So if we keep putting things in the wrong position, there's going to be a consequence
and
to that.
And you feel quite good when your shoulders are back, your chest out. You just feel like there's less stress on your shoulders, and you get a nice little stretch to the front of your chest and feel quite tight as well. So set yourself a goal this week to really focus on trying to be as upright as possible, and try and just hold yourself in that nice power posture where your shoulders are back, chest out, and your head's nice and neutral. So there you go. There's a goal for you guys this
And
week.
if you want to sport the green dots,
yes, maybe that's a good way of checking in. Put some green dots on.
pop your green dots on,
There
and
you
off
go.
you go, guys.
Whatever helps you, work on your posture as well.
Maybe I should wear these all the time, Britt. What do you think?
I like the green earrings.
Yeah,
They
thank
look
you.
nice.
All right, everyone. We do hope that this has helped you.
Yes.
This is what this is all about: getting some information out to you that helps you to become more aware, helps you to live better day to day and feel better in yourself. So if you try all of this and you still find, hey, my neck is still stiff, my shoulders are still stiff, and I'm doing all the other things that Lisa and Britt were talking about, then just call your chiropractor, call your physio, call your osteopath, whoever you call to check your spinal health and those joints in your neck and back, and get yourself checked if that's what you need to do. So anyway, guys, any comments? Feel free to comment or private message us. We are here for you guys. So until next time, thanks, Britt.
Pleasure. Thanks, Lisa.
Thanks, everyone.
See
Bye.
you guys.